Good morning and welcome to another edition of Inside Leisure, where we're talking to people across the aquatics industry to find out what they've been doing during lockdown, future plans, and to share best practice ideas that can hopefully benefit us all. Today we're going to be talking to Dean Bolton from D.P Leisure. D.P Leisure is one of Safety Training Awards approved training centres, and we're going to be discussing virtual online learning, hopefully sharing some of Dean's experiences, and of course, whether virtual learning could be the future. Welcome, Dean. So great to have you on Inside Leisure today. So how have you been getting on during lockdown? What have you been up to?
Really busy. We also, DP Leisure also run a couple of leisure centres local to us. So we've been helping out really with the maintenance and ongoing maintenance of the pools whilst they've been down. So we'll still be doing regular pool testing, backwashing, you name it, on top of running online courses via a Skype system. So we've been keeping really busy, which is great. Yeah, still keeping our skills and knowledge up to date, really.
Oh, great. So really busy. So thank you for talking about virtual online learning today. You guys were actually a little bit of ahead of the game. So you've been delivering not only pool plan qualifications, but kind of AED awareness, I believe, not only in the UK, but internationally. So yeah, give us a bit of an overview of what you've been getting up to and how you've taken it online.
That's right. So even before COVID come around, we was always open to the idea of doing online learning. So what we actually did is one of our clients who's based in London, they're actually nationwide, but their base is in London, inquired about doing AED awareness. So we said to the company, well, rather than us keep going from site to site, we can do an online learning resource tool. So they was all open to that. So we had a couple of the branches was based in Colchester, London, even in New York. So we integrated all three companies and New York into the same AED awareness session. Went really well. It was very new to us, so we was a little bit nervous first of all. But yeah, we got great feedback from it from the candidates. And we had a little bit of feedback as well, which we actually gave to the STA as soon as COVID arrived in relation to the online learning. It's very different, but it works. It works.
And how, in terms of numbers of candidates or learners on a course, would you say is ideal? Same as you would have in a classroom, or less to ensure interaction?
Yeah, I'd say less because the interaction does have a massive part on learning. Not only for the students to identify how the tutor teaches and the way they teach, but also for the tutor in the way the learners learn. We maximise our participants at 6. That we feel as though that's an adequate number for them to give us feedback, for us to be able to answer any questions that they've got, and vice versa. I feel as though if you've got too many people, it can get a little bit confusing because people do talk over top of each other. And one of the biggest things that we found was someone would talk and we'd end up saying, sorry, who was that? Because we didn't fully see who was asking the question. So we top ours at 6. We don't generally allow any more than 6 on our courses. Other operators, they may be completely different, but for that personal touch with the students, it's 6 for us.
So what have the benefits been? Has it been, a case of they can do it in the comfort of their own home, or, cost benefits? What kind of feedback have you received?
Both of those, really, and that's coming from someone who runs a company as well. One of the biggest things is expenditures. Expenditures as in your travel. So when it comes to quoting for courses or customers want to know prices of courses, we can significantly reduce those because we're not travelling. A lot of ours, we travel up to 100, 200 miles to go and deliver a 3-day pool plant course. Whereas if we did 2 days online learning and then 1 day practical going to actually visit the site, works out a lot cheaper for both parties, really, which is great. And plus, you can learn it from home, and the teacher can learn from home, teach from home, which is great. Yeah, it's great.
No. So in terms of assessment, have you been assessing the learners as you've been going through the course?
Yeah, so we've been assessing as we go through the course. We're very fortunate where we are at the moment. I don't know if, well, we've got a swimming pool behind us.
Yeah, swimming pool. Amazing.
So for the candidates, it's great because we actually take a virtual tour down in the plant room. We take a virtual tour across the pool side, through changing room areas if people need to learn about those. You know, they can actually see us physically undertaking a pool water test, and they can write notes as we go along. Normally on the pool plant course, we'll do 2 days online learning. And then on the last day, we'll actually go and visit the site, fully COVID prepped, and we'll actually watch them undertake the pool water test. They'll also do their MCQs with us as well. So although we're still down there for 1 day, you're still eliminating the possibility risk of you know, contracting COVID.
Brilliant. And how different have you found it personally from delivering classroom based to online? Do you prefer it? Right.
It's hit and miss. Again, as I said earlier, one of the biggest issues we have is when someone talks or someone asks a question, it's again identifying who's asking that question. But when you're in a classroom environment, you know exactly who it is. Another thing is when you're in a classroom environment, you see all the students making notes and typing away on their laptops. And when they're at home, it's slightly different. They are making notes, you just might not actually be able to see it. So that's one of our biggest things that we have to battle when we're undertaking the online learning. But in all honesty, as the courses go on, it does get easier and easier. It's new for everyone. It's especially new for the candidates. They've never probably learned in that kind of environment before. But the more we teach, the more it gets easier for us, which is good.
So do you think this is the future? Do you think you'll continue offering it as an option or go fully digital?
No, absolutely. We will certainly offer it as an ongoing thing. As I said to you, the travel really does help with not being able to, you know, travel 200 miles to come visit one site every day for 3 days. It's great that you can do the 2 days online. Brilliant that you can do the 1 day practical. Yeah, I think it's a winner for everyone, really.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Dean,
Very
and sharing
welcome.
your experiences. And I'm sure you're going to inspire quite a number of approved training centres now to move from classroom to virtual learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoe.